Hey everyone, it's your favorite Uncle One guy here coming at you with another deck tech. This one again is building off of the starter deck, the ST09 starter deck, the Impulse with ZAFT. So we're still running the red, purple variant. I kind of will lean into the white purple variant probably once the set does drop, only because I personally feel that while white purple is very strong, there's no real end game in white purple in my opinion. I know you have freedom and you can use that as your top end, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a personal thing. But let's just get with the deck list, shall we? So, changes that we've made. So, this is the original deck list up, and I'm about to say what we've changed. So, we've changed quite a bit. So, we are still running 4 impulses, right? So 4 impulse Gundam is a 3/2, 3/3. Links with Shin, and it has the activate main. You pay 2, you return this unit to the bottom of your deck. Then you choose one unit card name with Impulse in its name, Impulse Gundam in its name, that is level 4 or higher. So remember, that's important, level 4 or higher from your trash, and you can deploy it. So this is our key piece to the combo. Next, we are running 3 Aegis Gundam MA mode. Just because it does have the natural breach 3, and it does it's a 3/4, so it does live burn the close combats, the improved techniques, and then once it's pinged, battle of aces kills anything really if they're already damaged. It does link with Atherin, so bear that in mind. Atherin for the ability to hit something that is active and standing level 5 or lower. Next, we are running 3 of the Aegis Gundam. This is a 4/3, 4/3. This is a on the attack if this unit has 5 or more HP, which you can get from both Atherin as well as Shin. Now, bear in mind, if you do link it with Shin, he will die to burn. But, I mean, it's worth the risk if you're playing against a deck that doesn't have any burn. So you can just slap it on and do the effect, which is if it's got 5 or more AP, you choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or higher, and you deal 3 damage to it, which is phenomenal. Next, we are finally running 3 of the Sword Impulse, and I still don't see this card as often as I want to. It is a 4/2, 4/2. Does link with anyone with the Coordinator trait or the Minerva Squad trait, and then on deploy, if you deploy this unit from your trash, you can choose one enemy unit that's level 3 or lower and just destroy it. So this is our Fatal Strike on a stick. A very weak stick, but a stick nonetheless. Next, we are running 2 Blitz Gundam, because just giving something first strike to that is ZAFT with 5 or more AP is just phenomenal. I love this card. Want to increase it, but I don't know what to take out. Next, we are running 4 Blast Impulse. Our only blocker in this format or in this colors. Besides Rebake, but Rebake is, tech it in, and we want to run Blast Impulse that way we can get it with regular Impulse. It is a 5/3, 5/3, so it does die to a lot of things. If you slap on Atherin, it becomes a 6/5, which is still pretty decent for a blocker. And that's all it is. It's just a blocker. Good for the purple count. Next, we are running 3 Force Impulse Gundam. Force Impulse Gundam is a 5/4, 5/4. Links with Shin, so it makes it an 8/4. And then when it's destroyed, you get to choose one Minerva unit without the name Force Impulse Gundam. And then you can add that to your hand. So bear that in mind. This will pick up the Destiny Gundam, Luminaria's Zaku, Rei Zaku, Shadow Zaku. It does pick up Savior, so it has a lot of targets to pick up. So once the new decks or new cards come in, Force Impulse is just, I feel like, going to go up in value when it comes to our recursion engine. Next, we are running 3 Savior. Savior is a 6/5, 5/4. Links with Atherin to make it a 6/6. Has Breach 3. And then when linked, if there are 5 or more purple cards in your trash, you deal 2 damage to all units with 5 or less AP. So this is our baby wing. I've done this a couple of times, and while the 2 damage is nothing like, oh man, it's nothing to like, doesn't really take a lot of bodies out. What you want to do is you want to use like your early game ping or early game burn to kind of deal with some of the bigger units and then just drop it. Another thing I want to do with this card is I also want to run more Battle of Aces. Just the fact that because it does do 2, and with Battle of Aces it's 5, so it does take care of some bigger bodies. Which was one of the weaknesses I feel that this deck did have. Next, for our boss king, or queen, should I say, we're using the G Quux, Omega Psychome, as our, pretty much our good red deck card, but also for our late game. Right, it is an 8/7, 6/5. Naturally comes with suppression, so that is the catch-up mechanic that this deck kind of needs. Until Destiny comes out, because Destiny is not really a catch-up mechanic, but it is putting them on a clock with the high maneuver. And you get to choose one enemy and just deals 3 damage to it. It does link with Machu or Neon. We don't have that in this deck. We don't run those pilots, but I mean, it's just the fact that it is a 6/5 body is kind of hard to deal with already. And with suppression, it does help. Just the burn 3 does as well. Next, for the pilots, we are running 4 Shin still. Shin is a 4/1 pilot that gives 3 AP on the attack if it's linked, if it's paired with the maneuver squad unit. You choose one of your resources and you just set it back to active. So nothing too crazy. Just the fact that he increases the AP. It helps out with his units. And then restands the resource so you can keep playing more cards. Next, we are running 4 Atherin Zala. It's a 4/1, 1/2, and then when linked, so that's the keyword, when linked. So we have 3 link units that he can do. We have the Aegis MA mode, we have the Aegis, and then we have Savior. So we can still, use its link. This unit may choose an active enemy unit that is level 5 or lower as its attack target. So we use that to, especially with the MA mode, for the breach, and then Aegis just so we can take out one body and then hopefully burn another body and then finish it off with close combat. So we run 4 close combat. It is a 2/2. It's a burst effect. It's main, activate, action, and then you choose one enemy unit and you just deal 2 damage to it. Just 2 damage, straight up. Very good. Very good for the weenies. Very good for the early game. Next, we are running 1 Battle of Aces. In my opinion, I do want to increase this. There is another card in this deck that I have been using, and I'm not really digging it too much, but we'll get into that card right now. It is a 3/2. Just the command card. It does have a burst where it deals 2 damage to something. And then if you do plan to activate it, you can activate it in the action step or in the main step. You choose 1 damaged enemy unit, and it just deals 3 damage to it. So very good for clearing out bodies that your savior couldn't clear. Next, we are running 3 improved techniques. So my problem is either you run 4 improved techniques, you take out the Battle of Aces, or you run 3 Battle of Aces and then maybe another a different kind of card, maybe another unit or something. But I just been playing with this card and improved techniques. While it's great, in my meta, it feels so lackluster in my opinion, but who knows? Maybe I'm the bad player. Maybe that's what it is. If you love improved techniques, I'm not knocking it. I just feel that for me and what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do, I feel like Battle of Aces just serves me a little bit more. But it is a 3/3. It does have a burst as well, so we do run about 8 burst commands. And then obviously we have the 8 pilots, and then we have the 4 bases. So we do run a lot of bursts. So choose one enemy unit that's level 4 or lower. You'll deal 3 damage, and then if there are 2 or more improved technique cards in your grave or in your trash, you get to choose an enemy unit instead, which is great because this is like, oh man, the stipulation is I can level 4 or lower, so that hits a lot of things. That hits the early game Zaku's, that hurts Rizel, that hurts what's that token from Corsica? Again, Talgis. It hurts it kills all blockers, or it doesn't kill Elders, but it does kill Rick Diaz. But the problem with this card, in my opinion, is once the new set comes out, they're gonna replace Rick Diaz for the flat, and then now this isn't gonna be nearly enough. So obviously better Battle of Aces than this, because if Battle of Aces, at least the blocker's already damaged. Whether if you pinged it with, like, say for instance, if you're not even using this particular purple, you can be using Mika's to ping, Barbados Adept, rebake to ping for 1, and then you just finish it off with Battle of Aces, and it costs 1 less. So I think this improved techniques was great, but once the next set comes out, you have that new burn spell that hits anything 6 or lower for 4, and then you also have Battle of Aces. So I think improved techniques had its time in the sun, and I think it is now setting as the premier burn card. Next, we are running 2 Giant Killing. Why Giant Killing? Why not Giant Killing? And then this card only gets more stocks when we do enter it into purple, because of the fact that with purple we do have Unforeseen Incident, we have Kira's, technically we'll have Biosensor, Z Gundam, and then we also have all the AU stuff as well. So Giant Killing. What Giant Killing does is a 4/3. It doesn't have a burst, so unfortunately that's kind of what's holding it back a little bit. But you get to choose 1 active, so that's important. The key thing is active enemy unit with 4 or less AP, and then just destroy it. Lastly, we are running 4 of the Minerva base. The Minerva base, a really great base. It is a 2/1, 5 HP base, so it also kind of hinders a lot of the early game aggression, because you can drop this. If you know you're playing against an aggro deck, you can drop it. Now the resources they have to spend to kill this base is a little bit more than just killing your EX base and then starting to take your shields. But what its effect is, you get to add 1 card to your hand, and then if it's your turn, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1, put it in your trash, and then put the other one on top. So it's very good filtering. I love this base. I don't plan on changing the base anytime soon. So, yeah, that's it. So we're going to list the new deck list here. And we're going to slam it right here. Little thoughts. This deck has a 50% win rate. There was a week where I was doing pretty well. And then, this week I was doing pretty well. I won like 2 matches, and then I lost 2 back to back. So the matches that we went up against, just a little heads up, we went up against the green purple Impulse deck, Impulse ZAFT, no input, not ZAFT, Impulse like Xeon deck, and then the next one was purple, and then after that it was purple white Tekiden. And then it was green, white, wing. So, yay! It got a 50% win rate. Do plan on, again, making the changes. Hopefully am going to replace it for the improved techniques for Battle of Aces. And then we'll move from there. Other than that, though, I feel like this might be the last time we're going to touch this deck, at least till the next set comes out, which is literally this week. So, be prepared to see us having fun with some of the new cards. Hopefully I can collect the new cards. We'll see. Got a couple of boxes on hold, and yeah, might do like a box, like let me know if you guys want to see it, like a box opening of Phantom Aria. See if we can get some SP hits. If not, then just sad day, sad panda. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe. Remember to take your vitamins. Much love. Bye.